Welcome to the Deep Dive. We sift through the noise to bring you the clearest, most fascinating knowledge nuggets. Today, we're getting into something many of us, well, run into, especially when it gets warmer. Ticks. If you love being outdoors, hiking, camping, even just your backyard, it's mostly great. But let's be real, there's that one, dreaded downside.
That's right. And our goal today isn't just the you factor, it's really about giving you the knowledge to enjoy the outdoors safely. Because these little guys, they're tiny, but the threat can be serious, and they're frankly more cunning than people think. We want to help you step outside with confidence.
Cunning is definitely the word. And here's something that might surprise you right away. Ticks can't fly. They can't jump either.
With no wings, no springs.
Exactly. So how do they manage to find us so effectively?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of amazing, isn't it? They must be way sneakier than we realize. Just pure stealth.
Total stealth.
And speaking of sneaky,
Yeah.
most dangers outdoors. You can see them coming. A steep slope, maybe poison ivy.
Yeah.
You spot it, you avoid it. But ticks, they're silent, almost invisible. You literally don't see them coming.
Precisely. No grand entrance. What they do is they climb up to the tips of grasses, leaves, that sort of thing, and they just wait. It's called questing. Could be hours, even days.
That's waiting. Wow.
Yeah, waiting for a host, an animal, or us. And they sense us in all these subtle ways, not just sight. They pick up on shadows moving, the carbon dioxide from your breath, body heat, smell, moisture, even vibrations from you walking past.
Like tiny, highly tuned sensors.
Exactly, just waiting for that signal.
Okay, now here's where it gets, well, really interesting. And maybe a bit creepy. Once they latch on, you don't even feel the bite, right?
Yes, that's the ingenious part. It's not luck, it's biology. Their saliva contains a chemical that acts like a local anesthetic.
It numbs the spot.
And numbs the spot right before they bite, so you feel nothing.
Wow.
And that anesthesia is absolutely critical for them. It lets them bite and start feeding completely undetected. Remember, ticks need blood to move through their life stages. Egg, larva, nymph, adult. Each stage needs a blood meal.
Right, to grow and molt.
Exactly. And if one of those meals is from an animal or a person carrying a blood-borne pathogen, like, say, the bacteria that causes Lyme disease, the tick picks it up. Then, when it feeds on its next host, it passes that pathogen along through its saliva, that painless, silent feeding. That's how diseases get transmitted. It's their evolutionary cheat code.
That is incredibly devious. Such a tiny creature, such a complex strategy. Okay, so we know how they operate. Let's break down the different kinds of ticks we might find. Know your enemy, right?
It definitely helps. So, broadly speaking, there are two main types people usually worry about. First, the wood tick, also called the American dog tick sometimes. These are bigger, maybe the size of a watermelon seed when they haven't fed.
Okay, a bit easier to spot then.
Usually, yes. And they're known carriers of Rocky Mountain spotted fever. You typically see fever, headache, maybe a rash, starting on wrists and ankles.
Got it. Wood ticks, bigger, Rocky Mountain spotted fever. What's the other main type?
That would be the deer tick or black-legged tick. These are much smaller. Think poppy seed to apple seed size.
Tiny. Really?
Very small. And these are the ones primarily known for transmitting Lyme disease.
Lyme disease, that's the one people hear about most, I think. The bullseye rash.
Often, yes, though not always. Flu-like symptoms, too. But here's a really important point from the research, something that often gets lost. Even if a deer tick bites you, the actual transmission of Lyme happens in less than 2% of cases.
Less than 2%? That's surprisingly low.
It is. It doesn't mean Lyme isn't serious. It definitely can be if you don't treat it. But it shows that finding and removing the tick quickly is really effective at preventing transmission.
Okay, so just to recap the basic idea. Tick bites infected host number 1, picks up the disease, then bites host number 2, could be us, and passes it on via saliva.
That's the mechanism in a nutshell. A tiny, mobile vector. And knowing which tick carries what and how it works, that's the foundation for smart prevention. It's not just about avoiding all ticks, but understanding the specific risks.
Right. So let's talk action plan. What does this mean for us folks who just want to enjoy a walk in the park or a camping trip? How do we keep them off?
Okay, prevention. Absolutely key. And there are some solid steps you can take. First, clothing. Long sleeves, long pants if you're heading into tick territory, woods, tall grass.
Makes sense. Physical barrier.
Exactly. And here's a pro tip. Tuck your pant legs into your socks.
Oh.
Seriously, it sounds maybe a little silly, but it works.
Creates a seal, basically.
Yeah, stops them from crawling up inside your pants where you won't notice them.
Good one. Okay, what else? Repellent.
Yes, insect repellent. Look for ones containing at least 30% DEET. It's effective. It confuses their sensors. Just make sure you follow the safety instructions, especially for kids. Apply it properly.
30% DET. Got it.
Yeah.
Anything else for prevention?
You could consider treating your gear, clothes, tents, sleeping bags with permethrin. It's an insecticide that can repel or even kill ticks on contact, and it can last for several weeks, even through washes. But, and this is important, you have to be careful. Follow the product directions exactly. It's for fabrics, not for spraying directly on your skin.
Okay, so protective clothing, tuck the pants, use DEET repellent, and maybe permethrin on gear for extra protection.
Those are your main lines of defense before you even encounter one.
But even with all that, you still need a check, right? I remember doing tick checks on my kids after every hike. It just became routine.
That routine is crucial. It's your final essential safety net. After spending time outdoors, especially in likely tick habitats, do a thorough check. Everyone.
And where should we be looking? They like hiding spots, don't they?
They absolutely do. They seek out warm, protected areas, so definitely check behind the ears, inside the belly button, behind the knees, between the legs, in the armpits, and very thoroughly through the hair and along the scalp, especially around the hairline. Those are prime spots.
All the nooks and crannies, basically.
Pretty much. Anywhere they can attach and feed without being easily disturbed.
All right. Now, the moment nobody wants, but we need to be ready for it. What if you do find one attached? Panic sets in, right? That, oh no feeling.
Totally understandable reaction. Disgust, maybe a little fear. I get it. But the key is stay calm, it's manageable, and usually much less of a crisis than your mind jumps to.
Okay, calm. Then what? How do you get it out?
You need fine-tip tweezers. That's the birth tool. Get the tweezers right down close to the skin. Grasp the tick as near to its mouth parts as you can, not the body.
Right near the head part where it's attached.
Exactly. Then pull straight up. Steady, even pressure. Don't twist it, don't jerk it, don't crush it.
Why not twist or crush?
Twisting can break the mouth parts off, leaving them in the skin. Crushing the body could potentially inject more of its gut contents, including any pathogens, into you. So just a steady, straight pull.
Okay, pull straight up. Then what?
Once it's out, wash the bite area really well with soap and water. Wash your hands too. And then get rid of the tick. You can put it in rubbing alcohol, seal it in a plastic bag, wrap it in tape, or just flush it down the toilet.
Got it. And here's something reassuring. WebMD says an adult tick can take up to an hour before it actually starts feeding properly.
That's often true. And for disease transmission, particularly Lyme, it usually needs to be attached for 24, maybe 36 hours, or even longer.
So if you do those checks soon after coming inside,
you can often find them and remove them long before they pose the significant risk. Many can just be brushed off if they haven't embedded yet.
That does make me feel better.
Yeah, absolutely no need to, call 911 or think it's the end of the world if you find one. You're not in immediate danger.
What about if, like, a little piece gets left behind? Like the head breaks off, people worry about digging it out.
That's a common worry. But honestly, don't stress about it. The sources are pretty clear. Just leave it alone. Clean the area well, but don't go digging around with tweezers or needles trying to get that tiny speck out.
Yeah.
You'll likely cause more irritation or infection that way.
So the body will just heal around it.
Your body will usually just push it out naturally over a few days like it would a tiny splinter. It'll heal fine. Just keep an eye on the bite site for any signs of a spreading rash, or if you develop flu-like symptoms in the following weeks. If you do, then definitely see a doctor.
Okay, that's really good to know. Don't panic about leftover bits.
Exactly. Remove what you can easily, clean it up, and move on.
So the big takeaway here really seems to be, don't let ticks stop you from enjoying the outdoors. Knowledge is power, right?
Absolutely. This whole deep dive is about giving you that practical knowledge. So you can be prepared, not paranoid. Go outside, enjoy nature, just be smart about it.
Yeah.
It kind of makes you appreciate the intricate ways nature works, doesn't it? Even these tiny interactions. Understanding how these little creatures operate, their capabilities, and how we can protect ourselves, it helps us engage with the environment more safely, more thoughtfully. Turns dread into just informed awareness.
Well put. So as you head out there this season, maybe something to think about. These tiny ticks are incredibly good at detection and survival, using senses we barely understand. What other unseen parts of the natural world might we be missing or taking for granted? And could understanding them better maybe enhance our whole experience out there? Just maybe keep an eye out while you're pondering. Make sure nothing tiny is trying to hitch a ride.